Hello world, I'm Johnyliltoe and I am back with Alex playing Dear Esther. And we're in a cave. And that looks dangerous.
It looks awesome.
Did you go up or did you fall down the hole?
It's not a hole, it's like an anus.
I guess you go down the hole.
We're gonna be sucked into the anus. It looks like an anus, I mean, come on.
Very, not...
I think you might have been right with the fact that we might switch after like 5 minutes.
What? Because you fell into an anus?
No, because I came back out. Because
Johnny did not pass through the caves. From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is, has gone from me. I understand now that it is between the two of us and whatever correspondence could be drawn from the wet rocks.
Holy
Ooh,
shit.
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck? But... No!
She always shows up once every,
Yeah.
near the beginning.
Yeah, your damn loud hello world is just like waking her up. Pax, you want some soup? Leave her some soup, please, like a little bit.
I'm gonna have a couple more bites and I'll be done.
How much is it? No, you don't have to leave her that much. Just like let her like lick out the bowl and stuff. Eat the rest.
Okay.
So I still can't do anything more. I thought maybe now the tutorial's over. Is that a watermelon? No, it's still. Hey, it looked like a watermelon, okay?
Sure, a little bit.
That's like a scary noise.
Oh, snake sound?
Yeah. And the music.
The music's beyond this.
It's gonna be like in Cry of Fear where you like walk and then all of a sudden it's gonna be like a jump scare.
I hope not. Shoot.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
It's like a mouth to your left. But no, go down the path. Can you not go? Where are you? Can you crouch now?
Apparently if I have to, it does it automatically.
Oh.
It's a heart. Can I
You're
just...
down that path. Can you not go any further?
But I came from here, right?
Yeah.
But I want to go around the heart before I continue.
Is this continuing or is the heart continuing?
Let's go around the heart because there's definitely something up there.
Okay.
They'd stop the traffic back as far as the Sandford Junction and come up the hard shoulder like radio signals from another star. It took 21 minutes for them to arrive. I watched full time, to the second, on his watch.
I think it was right. I don't think... Oh, is that a foreplay?
I think that was circuit breaker.
I don't really understand what they are like trying to say with those drawings. I think it was good that we went around the heart. Like, it was definitely good that we went around first.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Wow. I'd be willing to die after seeing that.
Well, are we gonna jump?
There's water down there. I don't think we're getting back.
Well, I didn't think that we had to.
This definitely strikes me as a you're about to die. is so awesome.
As if you're about to die. It's getting creepy.
It's creepy, but it's like atmospheric creepy, which I think might be what this game's about. It's just like you're a man that's about to die. So it's just kind of going through this thought process and going through quantum places and
Slipping and falling.
sorry?
And then slipping and falling what?
Yes.
Yours.
It's just beautiful. The game's not too bad either.
God.
Yes.
Fair enough. When there's a monster you're playing.
I don't think there's going to be a
It's getting more shallow.
Sure, this is uncomfortable.
I'm just gonna have my finger over the escape button.
There is no escape.
There is.
Oh. I stand corrected.
Is it snowing? No, it's just glittering.
So do we have syphilis as well?
Well, we have sex too. So.
If the caves are my guts, this must be the place where the stones are first formed. The bacteria phosphoresce and rise, singing through the tunnels. Everything here is bound by the rise and fall, like a tide. Perhaps the whole island is actually underwater.
Are we supposed to go this way or?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if it actually matters which way we're
Going
going.
up is...
Sound.
Yeah, I hear it. You don't like snakes, do you?
Not in this concept, no. Well, if it's like continues and continues, we'll just go back.
Oh, there's the door.
It was the first tree, so we must be right.
Whoa. What? I'm pretty sure this is the next area. Can you keep it? Did you?
I tried, I fell down.
Oh, okay.
When I was coming round from the operation, I remember the light they shone in my eyes to check for pupil contraction. It was like staring up at a moonlit sky from the bottom of a well. People moved at the summit, but I could not tell if you were one of them.
People moved to the summit, but the moon.
But I couldn't tell if you were one of them. Now we're getting into the fire area, I guess. I mean, there's lights.
Someone's been here. Is that words? Behold. Damascus.
Damascus, like that guy.
Damascus.
Taken.
Damascus is taken.
I think that the guy from Outlast was here.
Okay, this is. Is that the penis guy?
I don't know, I don't care. It's creepy.
Scariest thing in this game so far.
I think there's more words. A city.
Sure.
So Damascus is away from being a city. Behold, Damascus was taken away from being a city. It's a sentence, oh boy. Or away from...
Did you not see that?
What?
That.
What?
The ceiling. Hanging.
Yeah. So what?
They're just coming up, like, appearing on film.
We're sick, man.
You're worried about monsters and noises, but things just appear out of nowhere. It's like, so what?
We're sick. Ice Rebels Cave. Again, nobody gets the reference. Do we have like an air thingy?
I don't know. We could just, like, stand here for a minute and see if we die. Or, sorry, come back.
That'd be creepy, like if you get killed by a monster and then come back, get killed again, come back, get killed again, come back, get killed again. Come back? What?
I'm sorry.
Oh, what?
We're now.
I think we're in an underwater cave.
Can you...
Damascus was taken.
Like, Damascus is a place, I think, but I think it's like an ancient place. Like, Damascus steel.
Uh-huh.
Steel from Damascus.
I don't know what we're... There's a waterfall coming down here, that's for sure. It has to have something to do with Damascus, though.
Maybe that's the game. Trying to figure out what the hell's going on. It's a fun game.
It's a weird puzzle game. It's a weird game anyways,
It's pretty, at least.
but it's creepy.
A little bit. It's weird, because, like, there are certain parts, like, almost randomly, that are just super creepy.
I made it through 3 parts of the game already without switching.
Yep.
That's huge.
You're doing very well.
I know.
What? What happened to the bright light? Are we not dying anymore? Is that
No, we're just going to hell instead of heaven. Or to the night. Whatever. Are we going tenting?
You mean camping?
No, tenting.
Oh.
Like in Cola. We're in Cola now.
So we've got 2 paths.
Candles are here.
Ah. Nice one.
Has a face, do you see it?
I sat here and watched 2 jets carve parallel white lines into the sky. They charted their course, and I followed them for 21 minutes until they turned off near Sanford and were lost. If I were a gull, I would abandon my nest and join them. I would starve my brain of oxygen and suffer delusions of transcendence. I would tear the bottom from my boat and sail across the motorways until I reached this island once again.
He's still on it.
I thought you said you couldn't see the face of it.
Well, there was one before, now it's not there anymore. This is creepy.
This is, yeah, a little bit.
It's like in that game that we recently watched where He was running away from those enemies that were much faster than him.
Fire and soil, I chose fire.
See hell.
It seemed the more contemporary of the options, the more salutary. I could not bear the thought of the reassembly of such a ruin. Stitching arm to shoulder and femur to hip, charting a line of thread like traffic stilled on a motorway, making it all acceptable for tearful aunts and traumatized uncles flown in specially for the occasion. Reduce to ash, mix with water, make a phosphorescent paint for these rocks and ceiling.
That's some drugs. Oh, she's being. Oh, okay. Shouldn't we, like, scold her or something?
Bad dog.
Okay.
She knows she's not supposed to do it, so whatever.
Well, for the.
Pax, hey, what are you doing? What the fuck? Give me my phone. Give me my phone to take a picture of that. It should be there. Under the blanket.
We're under the blanket.
Somewhere.
Ruin your phone.
Well, just move your butt and get up and look for it.
Under the blanket that's right next to me.
Oh, yeah, it could be somewhere there. Just call it.
But yeah, now you're just teaching her that she can do whatever and get away with it.
Oh, whatever. We'll dismiss that off video. It's just under the blanket. Like I said. Thank you. Where are we now?
Some kind of other chemistry thing.
Oh, photo. Native American peoples! Hey, baby.
Native American peoples.
I don't know, it just looked kind of weird.
But zoom in on it.
I did!
What?
That was zoomed in.
That was?
Yeah, this is zoomed in, this is zoomed out.
Weird.
And we didn't get to that blinking light.
Oh, closer though.
Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna actually get up there. So what is he doing? Like, I still don't understand what we were even doing on this island.
I think he's trying to get to a place that is some kind of spiritual place to die.
Well, I think the whole fucking place is. I mean, who else has tires in between candles?
How did someone even get a car here? This is supposed to be an island, isn't it?
Well, island people can have cars.
Yes.
There were chemical diagrams on the posters on the walls on the waiting room. It seemed appropriate at the time. Still life abstractions of the processes which had already begun to break down your nerves and your muscles in the next room. I crammed diazepam as I once crammed for chemistry examinations. I am revising my options for a long and happy life.
Around Chum?
The sentence starts further down.
Yeah, but I want to read it as I go. Around Chum. What is shore?
That looks like. Oh, I guess that could be a name.
Shoyo.
It probably makes sense if you read it from front to back.
No, I never do things like that. Heaven from light.
Light from heaven shone.
Shine.
Shone.
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 Shone. This definitely says shone. Light from heaven shone. Around Chim.
Him.
Chim.
That's not a seed.
But what is it? Okay, it can just be a button. So light from heaven shone around him. It makes sense.
Sean. Correct.
Sean? What are you doing with Sean?
Sean, as in past tense of shine.
That's Sean.
Sean.
Sean is a name. You spell it S-H-A-W-N. It's
From
Sean.
here, I can see my
It's
armada.
Sean.
I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Weird.
It sounds nice. Like what he's saying sounds nice and poetic, but
It just doesn't make any sense.
yeah.
I'm having the same problem.
I'm sure someone in the comments is going to be like, oh, it means this, this, and this.
Do you still assume people are gonna watch this?
I know people are going to watch this. I don't have a single video
On a
with 0 views.
sudden, a light from heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground. On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground.
On a sudden. Like, I don't know what else that word could be. I have no idea what.
It means like suddenly.
On a sudden?
Yeah, like suddenly.
All of a sudden means.
Well, this game isn't like using proper English anyways.
Yes, it is. It's actually using very, very proper.
Yeah, it's using too proper English. That's why it's like using some old English to say like on a sudden instead of all of a sudden. It makes sense. It has to be that way. In the end, whatever we're gonna read has as much of a point as the tree as the crack in the tree on a penis from
I'm sure it'll all
from a
come
tree,
together in the
from-
last moments of this game.
with acid from a tree. What?
I'm sure it'll all come together in the last moments of the game, and we'll be like, oh.
And you'll be like, oh, and I'll be like, oh. I hope they're gonna say shown because it's shown, not shown. We're gonna ask Google. Google knows.
I will drag my leg behind me. I will drag it like a crumpled hatchback, tires blown and sparking across the dimming lights of my vision. I'm running out of painkillers and am following the flicker of the moon home. When Paul keeled over dead on the road to Damascus, they restarted his heart with the jump leads from a crumpled hatchback. It took 21 attempts to convince it to wake up.
That's a lot. I wonder what's up with those candles all everywhere.
They just light the way. I'm more curious as to like if there are completely different ways that we could have gone. Because there's a couple of times where the path is branched.
There's more text.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fibre, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and casts parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
And as he was proceeding on his journey, yay. Oh, more sentence. And as he was proceeding on his journey, and was Damage his. Damage us.
Oh, Damascus.
Oh, Damascus. Okay, sorry.
I see. I couldn't actually read.
And as he was continuing on his journey, as he was... What? And as he was
As
come near to
near to Damascus.
Damascus, and
There's a lot of ants.
which one comes first?
Probably the one on the left.
And he...
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
There.
Okay.
What does that word mean?
Was.
Whoa, what are you eating?
Whoa. What?
I don't know what she's eating. What are you eating? The hell is that? No. What the hell? You just made me drop the game. It's terrible. It's terrible. What did you do? Did you see what she ate?
No.
Okay, whatever.
I guess she's just joining now.
And
it
as
was 3
3
days without.
okay.
Like I said, the wireless sucks.
And 3 days
Out.
without shit.
Sight.
Oh, sight. And
Neither did he
eat
eat.
nor
Nor.
drink.
Good guess.
I just don't see how those sentences make any sense. You wanna join PAX? Or you wanna sleep? Sleep it is.
Probably a good point to end off with a shining great beacon of probably not hope. So yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.